You have probably seen that the real estate market is booming, and that's caused a lot of people to want to become real estate agents to get in on some of that action. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 7 simple steps to get your real estate license regardless of what state you live in. I'm Devren Cook, welcome back to my channel, and let's get right into it. Now, like I said, these steps are going to apply no matter what state you live in, as long as you live in the USA. If you live in France or Australia or like Croatia or something, honestly, I have no idea how to get your real estate license there, so you're going to have to look that up. But if you live in one of the 50 states, you're good to go. All right, so the first step is you're just gonna have to make sure that you're someone of good morals and upstanding character. In order to get your real estate license, the state that you're in is gonna wanna verify that you're someone that's not been off stealing things and has just been doing some really shady stuff throughout your life. Because you're gonna be handling transactions with people that involve large sums of money, they wanna make sure that you're someone that's trustworthy, has some integrity, and can be trusted with those types of things. Now, if you've gotten a couple of speeding tickets, you're gonna be fine, that's no big deal. But if you have been convicted of a felony in the past, some states are going to disqualify you from getting your license, but it also does sometimes depend on what type of felony you were convicted for. All right, the second step is you're going to have to take a real estate license course, and each state is going to vary depending on how much education is required, but you're going to have to take a course that teaches you about contracts, teaches you about real estate laws, teaches you some about real estate finance. That way you understand what you're getting yourself into and how to deal with a transaction from start to finish. And in Texas, where I got my first real estate license, I had to take 180 hours of courses just to get my real estate license. So it was definitely a lot, but it was definitely worth it as well. And in Utah, where I got my second real estate license, there was 120 hours of education requirements, so definitely less than Texas. And if you go to somewhere like Las Vegas, they only have about 45 hours of education requirements, so it's gonna depend on the state that you live in. And if you are moving from one state where you have a license to another where you do not have a real estate license, you can oftentimes waive a portion of that education, like I did moving from Texas to Utah, or you can just transfer your real estate license entirely if those two states have reciprocity. Now, the third step you have to take is to get a background check. This is to make sure that you are that person of upstanding character, you're trustworthy, you have integrity, all that stuff. And the state is going to check your criminal record and compare that to the standards that they require everyone to meet. And as long as you don't have a conviction on there, you should be good to go. But also they're going to be looking to see if you've had other professional licenses revoked in your past. So maybe if you were a licensed appraiser or an electrician in the past, and then you got that license revoked because of misconduct, they may look at that as well and say, hey, well, he didn't do a very good job in those professions with that professional license. He got it revoked, and so maybe we're not going to hand him a license for real estate. And the fourth step you're going to need to take is you're going to need to get your fingerprints fingerprinted. You're pretty much just going to get your fingerprints scanned into their system so that if you ever touch something that you're not supposed to at a house you're showing or at an open house or something like that, then they can send you right on to jail. Just kidding, that's not what that's for, but they do get your fingerprints in their system because they need it there, and in case you ever do something bad, then I guess they have it. Your fingerprints are actually used as part of your background check, so that's why they take those. And the fifth step you're going to need to take is you're going to need to take all of this information you gathered, your background check, your fingerprints, your course completion certificates, and a couple of documents that you filled out that show that you are a person of good upstanding character and moral integrity. You're going to take all of those documents and you're going to send them off to your state real estate department as your application to get your real estate license. Now, depending on the state that you live in, you're going to need to send this application in either before or after step number 6. And step number 6 is you have to take your real estate licensing test. So if you've ever heard of the bar exam for attorneys or the MCAT for medical students, the real estate license test is pretty much exactly the same. You're going to need to spend probably 3 or 4 months studying for this test. It's going to be about 1,000 questions, and it's going to be extremely hard and extremely grueling. And I'm just joking about that as well. That's not true. The real estate exam is actually usually about 100 to 150 questions. If you've done well with your real estate course, you're going to do just fine on your test. You're probably going to pass it first time. And the test is really nothing to be worried about, but you will have to pass this test, both the state and national portions, as it's usually broken up into, in order to get your real estate license. And then you get to move on to step number 7, which is after you've passed your test and you've submitted your application and the state has said, boom, golden stamp of approval, this guy or this woman gets their license. Now you get to take that license and go choose your real estate brokerage. And that's a whole nother topic in itself, and I'll be making a video about how to do that and how to choose the best broker for you. But once you've gotten through all 7 of those steps, you now are officially licensed with your state that you live in. You can go sell real estate, you can make a fortune, and you can make all your wildest dreams come true. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below with any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.